How did you meet Pablo Casals, and what did he think of your playing as a young boy?
Well, I think I was taken to play for him at age 7, and I have him, writing something in my autograph book, and I played for him, and he said, very good, and he says, but you should always also go play baseball, and which was very interesting because Casals, at that time he was in his upper 80s probably, and one of the things I remember his saying, maybe in that autobiography or in an interview, he said, I think of myself as a human being first, a musician second, and a cellist third. I thought that was really interesting because, where do we place our identity? For guys, often it's, what do you do, right? What's your profession? But the fact that he, most people think of me as a cellist, but the human being part for Casals was the most important thing. And that was something I always thought about, is that mastering an instrument is there to serve the purpose of expression. And the purpose of doing something in music is to find your voice. So in music, there is no such thing as this is the greatest anything, because it's about learning forever and finding the most concise way of expressing something as precisely as possible. You know the phrase that you're only as good as your last performance, right? And some of that is true, because I think what you're talking about, and I don't want to belittle that, is external recognition and facts. Being a musician is internal development, is sort of, there's a tremendous emphasis to say, you collect art. What makes one person that artist and nobody else, right? What makes you David Rubenstein and nobody else? What makes the sounds that I make only possible because of some wish to hear certain sounds a certain way? And I think that's what I spend my life on. And so winning awards is fabulous because it gives you more chances to do something that you might wish to do. We're talking about external recognition versus internal satisfaction and fulfillment. The different levels of pleasure, right? And I think the levels of deep fulfillment, and this is where, the loose term I'm going to use, culture comes along, because if you do things in arts and sciences, in culture, your wish is to build something that's strong enough, a building block that someone else can build on top of. Where I play, but I care about how I play and who I play for and with. So, I've kind of decided early on that whether I play, in New York or Jakarta or Peoria, or doesn't matter, or in Waco, Texas, the most important thing I can do is to be totally present and totally engaged. There's nothing more important. And so it's the focus that is there. And what that means is not being present in that I'm delivering a package and here's the package, but more like saying, okay, if I play for a group of people, whether it's kindergartners or inner city school, White House, it is, you think about what you're trying to say, who you're saying it to, But the only thing that's important is that they remember something that will make them perform an action afterwards. So it's living material.